You might recall that the president this past week has been doing a lot of shit talking on NBC News. And we kind of have good reasoning behind that now, because Paul Manafort, his former campaign chair, apparently is $60 million deep into an oligarch's asshole here. He is so far over his head that it's not even funny anymore. This comes from NBCnews.com, and they're talking about the oligarch of Russia named Oleg Deripaska, which almost looks, when I first read it, I was like, Derpaska? Like derp? I don't know. So there were $26 million had changed the hands in the form of a loan between the company linked to Manafort and the oligarch. $26 million. So that loan, that $26 million, brings the total of their known business dealings to around $60 million over the past decade. The intelligence community has been watching Manafort for quite a while. So he was forced to resign from the Trump campaign back in August of 2016 following allegations of improper financial dealings. Gee, I don't know, $60 million of, Russian money. There might be some stuff there. He is now the central figure in the special counsel Robert Mueller's investigation into alleged collusion between Trump campaign and Russia. Investigators have said that they are looking into Manafort's financial ties to the prominent figures in Russia. So he's so underwater right now. He can't even tread. He's got to be drowning right now. Mueller has to be waterboarding him at this point, He's just torturing him to get more information. But we all know how torture works. Anyway, I'm saying that figuratively, not literally. So, according to company documents obtained by NBC News in Cyprus, where all of this money laundering has been going on from the oligarchs into America. It's amazing. And who did we make recently? He was the Bank of Cyprus. I can't remember his name. Who's now in the federal government under a role that Trump put him into. It's amazing, isn't it? All of these wonderful dominoes that just keep getting stacked up, and stacked up. But unlike JFK, we actually have solid evidence behind a lot of the shit that's been going on here. And of course, Deripaska's office did not want to respond to any comments. Why would they? But Manafort's spokesman, Jason Maloney, declined to give specific answers about the loans, but released a statement to NBC News saying, Mr. Manafort is not indebted to the former clients today, nor was he at the time he began working for the Trump campaign. But it's interesting because he later revised that statement, removing that sentence entirely. It says now, recent news reports indicate that Mr. Manafort was under surveillance before he joined the campaign and after he left the campaign. Yeah, he has called the U.S. government to release any intercepts involving him and non-Americans in hopes of finally putting an end to these wild conspiracy theories. Mr. Manafort did not conclude with the Russian government. Yeah. So Manafort and Maloney have received subpoenas from Mueller to supply the documents to testify on the case. Deripaska was described in a 2006 diplomatic cable as among the 2 to 3 oligarchs that Putin turns to on a regular basis. So he's pretty high up in the Russian government. And, he was working with Manafort to the tune of $60 million. And it goes into a bunch of minutia in here. We don't need to know all of the specialties in money laundering. Go look at the link on the show notes if you really want to go read the whole thing. It's not terribly long, but it's dry, and I don't think it's something that I could do proper justice with just myself. Let's see. Money launderers frequently will disguise payments as loans. You can call it a loan. You can call it Mary Jane. If there's no intent to repay it, then it's not really a loan. It's just a payment. So, yeah, there's a lot of stuff in this thing here. You might want to go check it out. And there's all this stuff about buying condos and everything. So it just falls more into the category of same business as usual with all these guys with Russia and that Russian money, is that it's all involved with real estate. And what was our president supposedly really good at one time? I mean, nothing except for probably maybe abusing women, but apparently he made his name with real estate. And who's the guy in Manhattan that has a lot of pricey real estate? Gee, I wonder who.